and welcome back to my channel. All right, so you know I had to talk about it. I had to talk about California and Gavin Newsom's latest move in California. Now, the Californian people must be furious this morning because they just found out that they are now moving 28 counties in California. I think they have a total of 56 counties, but they're moving 28 of those counties to the purple tier of COVID restriction, okay? Claiming that there has been a surge of COVID cases in California. Now, Gavin Newsom went on to his Instagram page and posted all the stats that you need to know about the COVID impact on his great state of California, except for the stat that mentions that deaths have declined, okay? Now, of course, Gavin Newsom, we are going to see an increase in cases. Number one, because the weather is getting colder. Number two, because people continue to get tested. And number three, because your state has a lot of freaking people in it. But he claims that hospitals are once again getting overwhelmed. Well, here's the thing, Gav. If you don't let illegal immigrants into your state and across your border, you wouldn't have a problem, okay? Because you would have enough facilities and enough, resources for the good citizens of the United States to serve them, not the people that actually don't belong in this country. But I digress. I'm not going to mention all of that. But let me talk about the specifics of this, okay? So, this includes San Diego and Orange counties. They are now in the restrictive and purple. So I'm sorry, LA County, I believe as well, is also in the restriction. So now they are in the purple tier. So what this does is it severely restricts capacity at retail establishments. It closes fitness centers and limits restaurants to limited outdoor only service, okay? The counties represent 94.1% of the state's population. Before Monday, before this announcement, only 13 counties were in the purple tier. Okay, so let me just remind everybody, if you didn't already know, Mr. Gavin, I think this was last weekend, got caught at a restaurant called Laundry. And he was at a birthday party with several people. Now, he later retracted the fact that he really felt like he should have made a better judgment call. And when he saw how many people were in attendance at this party, he should have turned around and walked out and gone home. But he didn't. He sat down, he ordered himself an expensive dinner, probably an expensive glass of whiskey, and he partook in the event, okay? So Gavin is a hypocrite. If you haven't already noticed that, there's some proof for you. At any rate, he is going to now shut down the city, He's going to be shutting down the state. And, he's citing that it is because cases have increased, or I think doubled in the last 10 days, okay? The other thing, if this doesn't work, so just so you guys know, if this doesn't work, so I think that they're required to actually, when they implement a new tier, they're actually required to stay in that tier for at least 3 weeks until they show some type of difference in the numbers, okay? But Gavin has already made it very clear that he may also add in a curfew, okay? Now, I can't help but wonder if this isn't in a response to potential statewide outbreak that might happen because he is in a Democrat-run state. And as we all know, Democrat-run states aren't really well run at all, and they seem to just kind of let the people do whatever they want to do and destroy their cities. So I kind of wonder if Gavin is kind of, foreseeing that there is a huge possibility the results of this presidential election could change. And his city could be in deep trouble because he lives in a city full of Democrats, okay? So knowing how Democrats do things, okay, he's probably scared out of his mind that they are going to ravage the streets of his cities and destroy everything, and he is doing what he can do to mitigate that destruction. Okay, he already tried to kind of put a stop to like Halloween, and then he tried to put, he's trying to put a stop to like holiday gatherings in your home, and limiting the amount of people that you're going to have there, and where you're going to have it, and how you're going to have it. I mean, California, or should I say California, is very, very close to becoming a fully communist state. Okay, the way that he's running it. But anyways, I just wanted to put that out there and kind of get the feedback from the Californians out there that follow me on my channel. And, just see what you guys think. I mean, are you guys fed up yet? Because I don't see how you cannot be. I actually have a really good friend of mine that lives in California, and we tend to not talk politics. Okay, so I really other than he's also fed up with all the Gavin shenanigans. I always kind of throw out a hint, when are you going to leave that state? You know what I mean? I urge anybody at this point, if you live in the state of California and you are able to get out of the state of California, start working on that, because in all seriousness, it is going to get crazy there. And I really fear, for your state if Biden and Harris do end up in the White House. It is going to be a really, really scary thing. Now, thank God I am in a red state, where we don't play that. So it doesn't matter what the president, and I want everybody to understand this. So when the president rolls out, let's just say, ideas on how they think things should run, it is actually up to the individual state governments to implement or not implement that idea. A really good example is the whole mask mandate thing. Now, as we all know, President Trump is not a big fan of everybody wearing masks and everything getting shut down. I mean, he says if you feel like you should wear a mask, you should wear a mask, but he's not going to force you to do that, Now, there are states that, regardless of what President Trump feels should happen, implement these very, very strict rules, like California, Florida is a really good example of the opposite. Now, Florida is a primarily conservative or Republican state, So they made their own decision, and early on they decided, we're not going to force masks, we're not going to shut down our city, we're going to continue things as close to how we've had them, and get them back to normal as quick as possible. Whereas states like California, and this is really important to kind of think about, have had the mask mandate going, have been very, very strict, have had things shut down longer than a lot of other states. And how funny that they are now putting themselves in the purple tier of COVID restrictions. If masks work, then you guys should be good. You guys should be good. But what I really think is Gavin doesn't know how to be a leader. He doesn't know how to run a state, So this is what spineless leaders do, They restrict people. You can't move, and you don't have the freedom of thought, and you don't have the freedom of choice, because God forbid that you can think for yourself. God forbid, because then you would be smart enough to know that you need to vote this guy out of office. And how he did not get voted out of office is beyond me. I don't even know what the election results are in California, but I thought for sure Gavin Newsom was going to be out of there. But he's still there. He's still there. He's still running things. He is shutting down the state. So if you live in California, put some serious thought into leaving California. I say that to all my friends there. It's not looking good. I mean, you're talking corporations are going to start leaving California. Those that are left there, they're going to start coming here to Texas. Now, one word of caution. If you are from California and you are a Democrat or a liberal, okay, and you choose to do the right thing and move to a red state or a more conservative state, please don't bring your liberal vote with you. We don't need that, okay? We don't need you to bring your Californian mentality to a place like Texas, okay? We don't need that. We're doing really, really good over here without all that, okay? I just want you to remember what you're running from and don't bring it to where you're going. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. Are you a resident of California? What do you think about this new COVID restriction that Gavin Newsom has implemented? Are you going to seriously consider leaving the state? Are you perfectly fine with it? Do you appreciate what he's doing? Do you feel like it's making a difference? Drop your comment below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.